Hey guys, it's Abby again, and sorry to say, but this video is going to be kind of a rant, because I've been perusing Amazon, looking for books to buy, and I always kind of click the 1-star section because I want to see if there's ever been history of problems with shipment from said seller or even from Amazon themselves, and half the times when it's books, it's all book reviews, and people are like, well, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but like the 1- and 2-star people are like fucking snobs. Like, seriously, it was making me so angry. Like, my boyfriend's like, you need to calm down. And I'm like, no, this is just ridiculous. And he's like, well, it's just the internet, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, ugh. Because I was looking for a hardback cover of the first Harry Potter book because I don't own one. I don't know why. I have a hardcover of every single other one. But anyway, I was looking at the 1-star reviews to make sure there was no issue with the seller. And one person was like, this is positively the worst book I've ever read in my life. And I'm like, do you even have a life? It's like, do you have to be such a snob about it and everything? And it's just really irritating. And like, I'm pretty sure these people, if they read this book, would call it stupid. But half the time they don't. They're just looking at like how the book was written and how long it is and how many words are on each page. They're not looking at the story that it tells. This is such a wonderful story. I am loving it so much. Like last night, my boyfriend had to take this book away from me to get me to go to bed. Like, because I had class this morning, and he's like, hand it here. And I'm like, no, it's just getting to the good part. And he's like, give it over. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. He's like, give it over. And I'm like, oh, here. And it's just like, oh, why do people have to be such snobs? Like, I mean, seriously, enjoy a book, enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, you didn't enjoy it. You don't need to be like, oh, well, this author is terrible. Oh, well, the grammar was just awful. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's really irritating. And seriously, to say Harry Potter is the worst book you've ever read in your life, like, it's Harry Potter. Like, is something wrong with you? And, And then I was looking for a box set of the Inheritance cycle, which, you know, is Eragon, Eldest, Bersinger, Inheritance. And everyone's like, oh, this was so awful. Like, I loved Eragon and the half of Eldest that I read. And I've heard so many good things about the other 2.5 books. And all these people are like, oh, there was so much filler. And it's like, do you not want to know the story? Like, oh, let's get straight to the action. Well, that's no fun. Like, if you go through the action in a book, every book would be like, maybe this big in the world and not contain wonderful stories. And you need to learn about characters, otherwise you're not going to understand that story properly. And you need to know where they came from, what they're like. And I enjoy backstory and fun storytelling because this is a great storytelling book. And it's just like, oh, I was looking for a copy of this too online, and I found one really cheap, so I'm going to be getting it when I get some money. And, like, seriously, is there something wrong with certain people? Like, yes, I'm a little bit critical of books, but I'm not going to say this is absolutely the worst book I read in my life. Yes, there's books I've hated, but I wouldn't know what the worst book I read in my life ever was. My life's not over. My life's barely started. God damn, I'm only 20. And then people are like, oh, well, this isn't fit for a certain age group. I'm like, you dictate what age group you should be reading. And this is in the kids section, but I, a 20-year-old, love it. Like, a lot. This is in the kids section. Read it before. Love it. A lot. This is in the adult section. Most people show Jodi Picoult with, like, 80-year-old ladies. But I love it. And it's just like, oh, I need to relax. But still, I mean, do you guys get where I'm coming from? Like, people are such snobs. And it's just like, what the hell? And this doesn't make any sense to me. It just makes me want to cry. But yeah, I think I'm good now. So leave me a comment telling me if you agree, and nothing mean, please. I don't like mean things. I try not to be mean. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.